Hello. Happy Tuesday. This is Brianna McNerney here. I am shooting this video replacing Facebook Live, which I tried to record for you earlier, but I continue to have technical issues that are preventing Facebook Live from working. So I persist. I'm here. Today, I really want to give you guys some good tips on how to feel more powerful and to command more respect from the people around you, whether it be at work or at home. And really, exuding a sense of confidence is highly related to this topic. But I've been finding as I talk with women mostly, but also men, women in male dominated workplaces, for instance, they feel like even though they've built up their confidence over time and they've really gotten pretty good at communicating with men in the workplace and understanding how that works, they still have difficulty really commanding the attention of a room, really feeling listened to and powerful in these work settings. So that's one thing that I've heard a lot of that I wanted to address here. And this is also really important in relationship settings when it comes to asking for what you need. I've heard a lot of people feeling unable to kind of stand their ground when it's an important relationship issue that they need. I think that women are often guilty of this, that we'll say something or we'll ask for something and then we kind of waffle when we get a little bit of resistance back from the men in our lives. But this can be true in any scenario. It's important to feel powerful. It's important to command respect from the people around you when you're looking to expand to new levels of success, when you're looking to deepen your relationships in a way that really feels good for you. Because at the end of the day, you have to believe that you have the power to change things before you're actually going to change anything. Believing you have the power to do it is so important. And you do. You do have the power to do it. And I would like to show you how to tap into some of that power right now. So I'm glad to have you here on this Tuesday tip. And please know too that you can always post questions in the comments section and I will get back to them later. If anything comes up during the course of this video that you'd like some more clarification on, please put it in the comments or shoot me a message or even shoot me an email, and we'll get your question answered. Also, just in case I continue to have problems with Facebook Live, if there's topics that you'd like me to address for tips in future videos, please feel free to let me know about those too, because I would love to address the questions that you're having, help you through your challenges that you're facing right now. So anyway, for today, we'll go back to the feeling more powerful and commanding more respect. So first things first, this advice is going to be threefold, really. You're going to have three different areas to look at. And first stop on the train is your mindset, right? What in your mindset is stopping you from being as powerful as you could possibly be? What are you believing about your power to change your current situation? A lot of times our confidence is kind of dampened by this fear of rejection that we have, which is totally natural. And honestly, I would kind of call your bluff if you told me that you have no fear of rejection whatsoever. I don't believe you if you tell me that you have no fear of rejection whatsoever, unless maybe you're like a sociopath or something, or a psychopath. But anyway, I digress. So a fear of rejection is so core to us as human beings because as babies we can't really we can't really do anything for ourselves, right? We can't survive alone as babies. We have to be accepted into our tribe, if you will. We have to be accepted by our parents so that they can take care of us and help us survive. And even as we grow, like thinking back to days where we might have been, in caves, less evolved than we are now, it was really essential to our survival, especially as women, really, that we be accepted by the people in our surroundings, in our tribe. So it's so natural to fear being rejected, but at the end of the day, it's important to know that the people who really matter now to you, the people who really will contribute to your life in a positive way, are not going to reject you the more that you are yourself. The right people will always be attracted to the person that you truly are when you let that exude. So I'm suggesting that one of the things that you can do to feel more powerful and to command more respect on a daily basis is to look at this fear of rejection that you might have that stops you from, being your full radiant self when you walk into a room, that stops you from saying the things that you need to say to get what you want, that stops you from asking the questions to get the clarity you need, that stops you from just speaking up and being yourself. I would recommend looking into any fears of rejection that you might have. There are a lot of other stuff in this area, or a lot of other beliefs, fears that we could go into in the mindset piece of things that impact your confidence. And I'm sure that those will probably be talked about in future videos. And if you and I work together one-on-one, we would definitely dig in and figure out what things are really impacting your ability to move forward and be successful and expand and feel really fulfilled. But for now, think about where you are silencing yourself because you're afraid of being rejected by the person that you need to say those things to. Just think about it. Be aware of it and know that you can survive saying what you need to say. You can speak your mind, and the fear, the consequences that you are afraid of are only one of a lot of different possibilities. And typically, if you can say what's on your mind and you can say it calmly, you will command more respect from people. This calm piece is also very important, and that's something that I love to help people with. Basically, we leave a calm state when we are afraid, right? When we're going into fears. So, like, when this fear of rejection hits you, possibly, it might trigger you. It might send you off into this frenzy of thoughts. Oh, I wonder what they're thinking of me. Oh my God, like, they're looking at me. I wonder, if I'm doing something wrong, or if I look weird, or, if I just said something stupid. Whatever it is that your brain starts doing, it's important to recognize when that happens and realize that there's probably something that you're afraid of that you don't need to be afraid of. So that's a big chunk of material there for the mindset stuff. Very important when it comes to being powerful, confident, and commanding respect, is really putting some of those fears aside that stop you from speaking up, and also learning to recognize them when they do come up so that they don't send you into a frenzy, so that you can still be calm, cool, collected when all of this stuff is going on. So that's tip one. Second, it's really important when it comes to being powerful and when it comes to commanding respect. Like think of that person who walks into a room and everybody's head turns and, the whole energy of the room shifts. Like, that's a powerful person, yeah? that's what we're talking about here. To really have that kind of confidence and power, it is essential that you feel at home physically in your body. And the tip I'd like to give you today for that is to start today just accepting your body exactly the way that it is. Because if you're telling yourself that your body has to change, that, you're too fat to get attention, or, that you don't really want people to look at you because you feel so ugly, or like whatever unnecessary mean things you're telling to yourself, those are going to make you feel less powerful. They're going to impact the way you put yourself out into the world. They're going to impact your ability to expand yourself because you don't want to be visible. Like, you just plain don't want people to see you. And let me tell you, the most beautiful thing, it doesn't really matter physically exactly what you look like. It matters the confidence that you radiate. It matters the energy that you radiate, what you're putting out there, the way that you make people feel in your presence. And if you can accept your body physically exactly the way that it is right now, then that is a huge step in the right direction when it comes to feeling very powerful, when it comes to commanding respect from others, because you become like this, amazing, powerful force that, is not going to be moved by a sideways or disapproving look from somebody who is just judging you based on their own crap anyway. Like, anybody who's judging you in the way that you look is way too busy thinking about you, and they should be thinking about themselves. Take that for you too, though. We should always be thinking more about, what's going on in our own head versus judging the people around us or wondering what they're thinking, because it just, it's way more useful to spend your time concentrating on yourself. So, what I want you to do for this piece of it is, accept yourself, recognize that you are perfect physically exactly the way that you are right now. You could stay this way physically, appearance wise, forever, and it would be perfect. If you have health stuff going on, then obviously it's important to have goals to resolve that stuff. But just because you have goals for where you want to go physically, it does not mean that you can't accept where you are right now. Accepting where you are right now is a hugely important piece of getting to your goals, especially physical goals, because you have to know that you're worth it. You are worth it. You're worth it right now, right this second, without changing a thing. You're totally worth it. Guaranteed. So that's tip 2. You feel at home in your body. You're going to feel more powerful, and you're going to command more respect from the people around you when you are exuding that confidence and that groundedness that comes with being in your body. The third tip, and this is the last one, is really an energetic tip. Because these are 3 things that I believe are very important when it comes to making any changes in your life, when it comes to expanding the amount of success that you're having, when it comes to, improving your quality of life, feeling more fulfilled. It's important to look at mind, body, and energy. So this third tip, now that you've accepted your body, now that you've kind of quieted the noise that's in your head about the fears around being rejected or whatever else might come up when you're talking to a room full of important people, or when you're walking into a crowded space or a crowded party, or even when you're standing up to your significant other for something that you need from them. A really important thing to remember is to connect to your solar plexus. So the solar plexus is right here. It's a space underneath your chest, above your belly, like on your rib cage, right here. And that's your power center. That's your energetic power center. It really helps you impact change on the world. This can be overworking or underworking. You can be trying to change other people too much, and really forcing people to do your will, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But there also is this under functioning that happens in this area, that you kind of don't think that you have any power. You feel like you can't make the changes that you want to, like you're just not able to do it. What I would suggest here is simply connecting to the solar plexus area. You can do this by breathing and just focusing on your breathing, connecting to this area, breathing into the area, and just really focusing on what that sensation feels like right in here. Connecting to that area, you can notice if you feel a block there, like maybe you feel like a ball there, like a ball, like a hard ball, or maybe you feel like a soft spongy area, or like, what do you feel there? Just connect to it, breathe into it. And then once you have that connection and you're moving into the world, keep your energy, keep your awareness at this place in your power center. Lead with it. See what that feels like for you. See if it helps you to feel more powerful. I would love to hear how it goes. And those are 3 really, really practical tips that you can use right away to feel more powerful in your day-to-day life, to command more respect in the rooms that you're walking into, in the conversations that you're having, and, just feeling more confidence overall, exuding that sense of confidence. So we've got the mindset, shaking that fear of rejection, knowing that you can survive it if somebody rejects you, especially if you're being exactly the person that you are at your core. If somebody isn't on board with that, then it's kind of their loss, right? Maybe it's just not their cup of tea. There are going to be plenty of people, your really close people are always going to love you for being exactly the person you are. And I'm one of those people, okay? If you're watching this video, I accept you exactly the way that you are right now. I swear to you, I love you, just the way that you are right now. There's no reason to fear being yourself, for fear of being rejected. This is somewhere you're always going to belong, okay? And then on that token, feeling really at home in your body, work on accepting the person that you are in your physical body exactly the way you are right now, even if you're working towards bigger goals. Work on really accepting where you are right now and knowing that you are perfect and beautiful and powerful exactly the way that you are right now. And also focusing on connecting to the solar plexus area of your body, starting to build a connection there, breathing into it, and leading in your life from that place of connection here. Those are, again, 3 really usable tips that you can use to feel more powerful, confident, and respected in your everyday life. So what questions are coming up for you guys? You've got to have some. Please let me know. Leave them in the comments or shoot me a message. Send me an email. I would love to answer your questions. Please, please, please. If you have requests for something you'd like me to talk about, then please let me know that too. And I would love to work with you on this stuff. If you feel like you need a little bit of extra help getting there, if you feel like you want somebody to really support you while you get yourself to the next level of success, and you feel like you're getting blocked and you're not really sure exactly why or what's happening, that there's something that needs to shift but you can't see it, let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can't figure it out. And I think that's it for now. This is Brianna McNerney signing off. Keep your eyes out for me on Tuesdays and Thursdays with tips via video on Facebook, whether they be live or not. And I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Bye. Mwah.